Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In my last video, I visited Ocean Cay, a private island run by MSC Cruises, and I showed you the way to the dock after a night at sea. And once we were on this beautiful and new island, I was whisked away to a private area for Yacht Club guests, where I enjoyed a relaxing day on a gorgeous island. After that, it was all aboard for our departure from paradise, followed by a great night at sea so that we can get on to our new destination of Nassau Bahamas. In this video, I'll show you around the town and provide some great insight as to what the MSC Seashore is all about. After a great trip to Ocean Cay, my cruise ship has completed the overnight journey to Nassau Bahamas. I'm going to admit that I woke up a little bit too late. I wanted to watch our ship pivot 360 degrees inside the harbor as we backed into the dock, but I missed it. We're already turned around, and our stern is pointing right at our docking point. It's pretty amazing to watch a ship turn around in this narrow harbor. It is quite tight, but we're already nearing the dock and are all ready to be tied up to the pier. What makes up for me missing most of the approach to Nassau is the fact that my cabin balcony provides a great view of the next inbound ship, Harmony of the Seas. As this massive ship enters the narrow entranceway of the harbor, she makes a left-hand turn. But Harmony's approach is different than the MSC Seashores. The Harmony of the Seas will be docking bow in, a much more simplified approach than the approach that we made this morning. However, when the Harmony of the Seas departs later today, she'll need to back out, then pivot around so the bow is pointed out when leaving the harbor. I'm enjoying the close proximity to this ship and the amazing view, and those on Harmony of the Seas are enjoying the view of the MSC Seashore. Some troubles viewing our ship being tied to the dock this morning, but that won't be an issue with this front row seat of Harmony of the Seas. Here, you can clearly see how crew members are stationed on lower levels to prepare and send lines to the ground crews. As we saw with our ship when docked in Ocean Cay, lead lines, which are lighter and attached to the actual lines, are thrown first. Once caught by the ground staff, team members can easily pull the lighter line attached to the heavy line in. But it can't be done by one person only. It's a real show to watch this. And with that, a very good morning to you from Nassau, Bahamas. Before I head off the ship, I make it a point to be aware of my surroundings by going to the upper deck to see the city of Nassau on the other side of the ship. We'll head down there later, but this is day 3 of my cruise and I haven't seen much of the ship, so come along with me for a tour of some areas of the ship outside of the Yacht Club. First up is the Marketplace Buffet and Restaurant, where there's a huge variety of options available for breakfast. This area is really big, and everywhere I looked there was more and more food. That's what cruising is all about, right? From there, it was a trip to the back of the ship on deck 16, where I crossed the glass bottom-floored Bridge of Sighs. This is named after the Bridge of Sighs in Venice, Italy, which connects a prison to the Doge's palace. While walking on this bridge, prisoners would sigh as they took their last outside views before being incarcerating, and the concept here is that you just might sigh on this bridge since you can see straight down. Well, it didn't faze me at all. Back inside the ship, I took a look at some of the gorgeous public lounge areas, and I was super impressed by the Kaido Sushi Bar, where food is delivered to you on a, well, I don't know what to call it, but to have food approach you without a waiter delivering it is pretty amazing. This has got to be one of the more unique restaurants on the ship here. The simplistic beauty and cleanliness of a cruise ship is really unrivaled by most land-based restaurants and lounges. It's hard to find places that look like this. The ship itself is art, and that goes for both the indoors as well as the outdoor areas. At the stern of the ship, there's a gorgeous infinity pool, and just above the infinity pool is the Bridge of Sighs. I was up there just a few minutes ago. From out here, I have another nice view of the city, but before I leave the ship, I want to show you a few more areas. The amazing outdoor space continues along the sides of the ship, leading to an infinity bridge on the same level as the infinity pool. Up on the top of the ship is the large pool area, which features special areas for children. For now, it's time to get off the ship and explore downtown Nassau. As we walk along the ship's side, we get close to the areas where the lines are tied to. It's amazing to see how these rather small lines can hold such a massive ship. It's a bit of a walk from where we docked on the very long piers, but I'm not complaining because the walk allows us to see our ship from some great angles for gorgeous photo ops. Almost everyone walking to town had their cameras out. The ship looks stunning in the sunlight. Welcome to Nassau Bahamas. It is another windy day here. Alongside our giant cruise ship today is Mega Yacht Dreamboat, which was built by Ocean Co. in the Netherlands in 2019. This is one of the top 5% of private yachts in the world at almost 300 feet long, but it's still dwarfed by the MSC Seashore. That's the MSC Seashore behind me. It's a bit of a walk around the docks to get to the town, but we'll be there soon. Alas, I have reached the town, and thankfully only one street needs to be crossed to get to where all the action is. Shopping is a major attraction here with many jewelry shops in the area. Today, with 2 ships in town, ship passengers add to the population of over 270,000. Nassau was originally called Charlestown, named after King Charles II in 1670 as British settlers arrived. After a fire in 1684, it was renamed Nassau, honoring the Prince of Orange, who was part of the House of Nassau. Nassau eventually became known as a place for pirates and became known as a privateer's republic. Today, there are strong relations with England, and the island is part of the British Commonwealth. The island has plenty of beaches, but with limited time in this port of call, I'm spending my time today in the busy downtown area going shopping. Early departure time, it's time to head on back to the MSC Seashore. On the way to the ship, I caught a glimpse of the Atlantis, a major resort on nearby Paradise Island. Both the hotel and the island are popular places for vacationers. While approaching the MSC Seashore, I walked through the canyon created between our ship and the harmony of the seas, and shortly after I got to my room, it was time to leave the dock. Remember, we pulled in backwards, so we'll be going out straight. The harmony of the seas is going to have to turn around in the harbor before entering the ocean. Now that the views are unobstructed by the neighboring ship, I'm able to see the beautiful Caribbean water now. It is gorgeous. The exit to the harbor is very narrow, and we come very close to rocks that mark the entryway, but the green buoys provide guidance to our ship, ensuring that we remain on the safe side of the buoys. Once we're clear of the rocks, we proceed past the remaining buoys until we're in safe, open water. It's only 2 p.m., and there's plenty of day left, but I made sure I took in the last remaining sights of land as we proceed northeast. Our destination is San Juan, Puerto Rico, but we need to head northeast before heading southeast to avoid other islands. And it's going to take a full day and a half to get there, so tomorrow will be a day at sea. After I lose sight of land, I have some more time to explore more of the MSC Seashore, like the ship's beautiful spa area with its steam rooms, saunas, thermal areas, and get this, a cold room complete with snow. I'm inside the spa on the cruise ship. I'm freezing cold in here. Look at this room. We are on a cruise ship and it's really cold. This ship takes you from one extreme to another. There's even a place for a haircut in the spa area. This is a city at sea. Wait till you see the rest. There's a gorgeous sports bar with a sophisticated look to it, and this being a New York-themed ship, there's also a Brooklyn cafe. I made my way back to Times Square for a bit of that busy urban metropolis feel just before the sun dipped below the horizon. Then it was time for another visit to the Yacht Club's Top Sail Lounge for hors d'oeuvres and dinner in the Yacht Club restaurant. After dinner, it was time to enjoy some entertainment on the ship. The central atrium was a very popular place, as it is on many cruise ships. The vibe there is just full of energy, and there's so much open space here. But on this night, I found another night spot. I walked through a tunnel-like space called Boulevard de Cabaret to a venue aboard called Le Cabaret Rouge. This place instantly became one of my favorite places on the ship. I felt like I was in Paris or even in an old cabaret in New York City. The lighting there was perfect with its red color that wasn't too bright or too dim. And it's on 2 levels, adding a great level of depth to the experience there. With its stage and gorgeous areas for lounging, it's truly a unique experience aboard the MSC Seashore. And another feature just outside the cabaret was this hot air balloon overlooking Paris. On the way out, I retired to my cabin via the now blue-colored tunnel, where I turned my TV on to see the map channel to see that we've started heading towards Puerto Rico. Good night, ship. See you tomorrow. It's a brand new day today, and the entire day will be spent at sea as we work our way to San Juan. What a glorious day it is as seen from the ship's forward camera, as well as the view from my balcony. And delivered directly to my room by my personal butler was breakfast. Good morning, from the first full day at sea. Today I've been invited to a special party in the yacht club with the captain of the ship. This is the most exclusive event on the ship, and it surely kept us yacht club members entertained. Drinks and hors d'oeuvres were served as we were serenaded by a live pianist in a top sail lounge. Our personal butlers for all the cabins were always available to bring anybody whatever they wanted at any time.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are all here for this special occasion, and I know that we'd like to have a walk with one of the most important person on board. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you the one and only master of the vessel, our captain Francesco Di Paolo.
Welcoming our beautiful yacht club. As you know, is the concept of the ship within the ship, which has been introduced by the MSC more than 2 years ago, and badly copied by the others. But so far, I mean, is one of our most important features. And but why the yacht club is so fancy? It's especially because the crew members that work here inside that make it special.
What a lovely party that was for members of the yacht club. I'm currently right above the bridge of the ship on a private deck specifically for yacht club members. And there's nobody out here, which is really, really nice. While I was on that private deck, I wanted to talk a little bit more about our route, but the wind was so strong up there, so I've decided to come back to my cabin to just tell you about where I am right now. Right now, I am off the coast of Turks and Caicos, which is right over there. You can't see it. It's a very low-lying country. It takes 1 day to get from Nassau to San Juan, Puerto Rico, and it's a beautiful day here at sea. We should be there early in the morning tomorrow. One of the great things about the cruise ship technology, very similar to airplane technology, is the fact that almost all cruise ships have maps on the screen that show you exactly where you were, so that's how I know that I'm off the coast of Turks and Caicos. You can see right here, this is our heading, and it tells you our exact heading. We're heading 127 degrees with a speed of 19.8 knots, and that wind is 38 knots, which is accounting for the wind in the background sounds, which makes it difficult to film sometimes. But I'm in my suite right now, so you don't hear any wind now. For the first time on this trip, I'm going to try the Yacht Club restaurant for lunch. With a lot of time for leisure today, why not go for a meal with full service at sea? I thoroughly enjoyed this meal, but still found myself upstairs at the buffet for dessert. I spent a few hours in the great outdoors on the ship before deciding to check out a few other areas before dinner time. One of the more massive spaces on the inside of the ship is the Madison Theater, a single-level theater which is named after one of the most famous streets in New York City, Madison Avenue. I then realized that it was starting to get late and I needed to prepare for dinner, so I returned to the MSC Yacht Club. And the first thing that I did when I returned to the Yacht Club was to go into my cabin, check the TV screen, and find out where I was. Today was an absolutely relaxing day at sea. We're just off the coast of the Dominican Republic on our way to Puerto Rico. And I checked the program for today and it says tonight's dress code is elegant, so I'm going to don my suit for another great meal and the Yacht Club. I think you know the routine by now. My first stop for the nightly evening events is the Top Sail Lounge for drinks and hors d'oeuvres, followed by a full meal in the Yacht Club restaurant. The only difference between tonight and the other nights is that tonight is considered to be a formal night. That meal was stupendous. It's time to go back to the room just for a few minutes before I explore the ship's nightlife. So before I walk around the ship for a little bit this evening, I return to the room to find this in the suite: champagne and some treats. That is good service. I especially like this one, the entire MSC Seashore made of chocolate. But I didn't let that distract me for what I really wanted to see: the TV screen showing me where I am so I can keep situational awareness. I took a little time after my cabin break to explore some of the nightlife on this very lively evening on the MSC Seashore. Everyone on board was having such a great time after spending a full day at sea. It was an exciting evening to a relaxing day. Well, I'll call it a night for now, but stay tuned for my next video where I take you with me to our next port of call, San Juan, Puerto Rico. This ship is going to dock at Old San Juan, and I'm going to take you for a walk around town, and you'll see a lot more. See you there.